Key electrical considerations before choosing an electric compressor for automotive air conditioning. In this video, we will explain the key electrical aspects to consider before selecting an electric compressor to adapt it to an automotive air conditioning system. Let's start by noting that the vehicle's battery provides the energy needed to start the engine and power electrical systems when the vehicle is off. Once running, the alternator takes over, supplying the current required by the vehicle and recharging the battery to replenish the energy used during startup. Next, we'll see when it's necessary to buy a new alternator, the recommended battery specifications, and important details to consider when installing an electric compressor in an automotive air conditioning system. 1. For a small vehicle, the cooling power required by the electric compressor is typically over 2,500 watts, increasing as the vehicle size grows. 2. Electric air conditioning compressors that run on 12 volts can draw between 60 and 150 amps, depending on the vehicle's size and type, placing a significant load on the alternator. 3. If you haven't bought the electric compressor yet and want to know the available current in your vehicle to power the new compressor, place a clamp meter around the positive cable that runs from the alternator to the battery. Start the vehicle and observe the reading on the clamp meter. Turn on all lights and accessories to measure the vehicle's maximum current demand while running. Do not disconnect the battery while the engine is on, as this could damage the electrical system. 4. Record the values measured with the clamp meter and compare them with the alternator's nominal or maximum capacity to determine how much current is left for the electric compressor. 5. If the compressor requires more than 50% of the alternator's original capacity, it is recommended to replace the alternator with a higher amperage unit. A high-capacity alternator, typically between 150 and 250 amps, is advisable depending on the compressor's consumption and the vehicle's other accessories. 6. To confirm whether a more powerful alternator is needed, test the battery voltage with the engine running and accessories turned on. The voltage should be between 13.5 and 14.5 volts. Once you turn on the electric compressor, if the voltage drops below 12.8 volts while running, the current alternator is insufficient. Dimming headlights or weakened accessories when the compressor is on are also signs of overload. 7. If the electric compressor is already installed, another way to check if the original alternator is enough is to measure the alternator current with a clamp meter while the compressor is running. If the alternator consistently operates near its maximum capacity, the best option is to replace it with a higher capacity alternator to avoid failures in the electrical system. 8. To stabilize the system, it's recommended to use a higher capacity battery with a minimum of 70 to 100 amp hours. This capacity allows the battery to power the compressor when the vehicle is off and the alternator isn't working. For example, a fully charged 70 amp hour battery can supply 70 amps for 1 hour without starting the vehicle.